Hello, I'm Charles Cumston.
And I'm Ellen Rogers. Welcome to our special glasstec 2012 edition of the USGNN Newscast. We've been busy this week seeing hundreds of exhibitors, and the real showstoppers have been the machinery companies.
Selden Distributing in the United States represents several heavy glass machinery manufacturers. Our number one manufacturer is Bavoni Company. We've been cooperating with Bavoni for over 25 years. A couple new things in the Bavoni lineup. One, we have a new machine, a new edger called the 1145. It adds an extra spindle to a traditional 1045 machine. Gives us some flexibility to use a air actuated spindle, which helps us in some aspects with polish. Another is the transfer robot. That now actually is a robot that will actually transfer glass from one machine to the next, allowing one operator to run two machines.
This year at glasstec, what we're showing are different technology for different segments of the glass industry. For example, the equipment that you see here is focused on thin glass. The thin glass market typically is between 0.38 millimeters up to 0.7 millimeters. And the equipment we're showing here is an example of how we're handling glass that is very thin. We're also showing a piece of equipment on the other side, which is more focused on the float line, thicker glass. This is our new stacking technology, which has dual servo motors and also a servo motor on that adjusts the suction cup frame, which is a much faster unit than we've had in the past.
This year at Scatty's booth, we were showing a double edger line cup wheel. We were showing a beveler and two vertical edgers and a CNC controlled drilling notching machine. On the double edger line, they have changed the transformation shaft from below to above. They've improved their sensors and electronics on the machine.
At glasstec this year, we're showing the new Chiara key machine, which is a robotic system that picks the glass up from the inventory, brings it down into the cutting table, cuts it, transfers it to the next table, which moves it and cuts it in the X position, and then onto the Chiara game changer. And as it goes into the Chiara game changer, it is now going to be ground and polished on all four sides simultaneously, with no human intervention, no touching of the glass. Then on to the final stage, which is the Francesca, that'll drill, mill, and this year will also water jet the piece.
We also talked to a number of companies about recent changes, products, and new developments.
Well, as you know, we were acquired by Quanix a little over a year ago. It's been a great acquisition. What they've done is they've taken all the divisions and put together a sales team that actually sells across all the divisions. And then we've separated the different divisions into the Window Products Group, Window and Door Products Group, the IG Systems Group, and Engineering Components Group. What's nice about the acquisition and the integration of the Dura products and the Super Spacer products, it gives us two different platforms we can look at further developing new products, new technology. As Andy mentioned when Andy Jones did the presentation here, we're looking to have something new on the market by this time next year.
What brought us here is just the ability to take the characteristics that we've typically used in consumer electronics devices for handheld devices, consumer electronics, those same kinds of characteristics, to scale those into new markets and applications, architecture, transportation, and security, for example. It's been highly used in the handheld devices, very high optical clarity, so good enough for displays. It'll be outstanding for architectural applications. Because it's thin, it's lightweight, so for those applications, for example, that overhead canopies, building facades where lightweighting is of interest, that could be a great benefit. And the third thing is actually the durability. So the same characteristics that you may have on your cell phone with Corning Gorilla Glass can also be realized with the architectural applications, for example. Right now we're showing here at glasstec for the first time sheet sizes as large as 1.4 meters by approximately 1.9 meters, and in the 0.7 millimeter thickness.
This week we've been highlighting our reflex coating detector. It's been very popular this week. This new detector is it's pre-programmed for 10 different coatings that are available on the market. Guardian is a good example. We have the Diamond Guard and Shower Guard coatings pre-programmed in the meter.
Wow.
So you can go up if you're working with that type of product and find that coated surface. And the real beauty and what's really been popular here is that it can be programmed for any new coatings.
Oh, I see.
So since we've came here, I've found about 4 new coatings that we've never heard of before that are popular here in Europe. And we were able to go to booths and actually program the meter for them, and we can identify their coated surface for their application.
Lots of work goes into creating a show as big as GlassTec, and we spent some time this week talking to the woman who helps make it all happen.
Well, GlassTec again this year is the leading trade show for the full industry of glass. I mean, when you look at the numbers, it's more than 1,160 exhibitors from 54 nations, and from the internationality of the exhibitors, it proves as well that it's not a European show, it's really the most international show. We have 67% of the exhibitors not coming from Germany. When you think of, or when you ask me about the changes that we did to GlassTec, the main focus was really on grouping the innovation and the information much more to the visitors. You might have seen that we have 6 different groups that we're targeting with GlassTec. I mean, it's many more, but we concentrated on the most relevant ones. So it's machinery, industry, the crafts, architecture and construction. We have window and facade and solar. And with the number of exhibitors, it just can get very difficult to find what you're looking for. And by grouping the information for the target groups, we're trying to help the visitors as well to make their visit more beneficial for them as well. We work with the industry very closely, and within the advisory board we have all the producers or the industry members that are relevant for the glass industry, and they tell us who they want to see really at GlassTec.
GlassTec is a show of firsts for many, from first-time exhibitors to first-time attendees. And this year, our sister publication, The Architect's Guide to Glass and Metal, presented its first design award to AGC Glass Company. We're here in our booth today at GlassTec, and we're going to talk with Tom Holleran and Todd Danciak with AGC Glass Company North America about the Absolute Towers project in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. They were our Architect's Guide to Glass and Metal magazine inaugural design award winners. When you were approached to be involved with this project, or when you were first getting involved and you saw the design, what were some of the things that came to mind? What was your first thought when you saw it?
We just thought it was spectacular and extremely different, and we wanted to be a part of it, frankly. Mm-hmm. And we did everything in our power to support ProTemp and the architect and to make the vision reality.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What were some of the characteristics or features of the glass that was used on the project?
Well, the product is a TIAC, low-E reflective glass, and for that market, it's a perfect fit. It provides a nice contrast to the building itself, and it was very attractive for the project.
So, on behalf of the Architect's Guide to Glass and Metal magazine, I would like to present you with our inaugural design award.
That wraps up our GlassTec 2012 coverage. Be sure to look to the December issue of US Glass for more reports from the world's largest show.
Thanks for watching.